Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me on another episode of BTS Gems. Right now, this week, we are wrapping up our conversation with Alvin Day, executive leadership coach, best-selling author, and the executive director of Empowerment Institute. Today, we are going to be talking about choosing our circles wisely. The people we surround ourselves with, who we spend most of our time with, determine so much for us. Alvin, how important is it for us to pay attention to who we engage with constantly and keep in our inner circle?
Okay, it is critical. It is critical. It is a fundamental principle of nature that the people with whom you spend your time, you become more like them. It doesn't seem to make sense because so many of us have good hearts and we really want to help people, and we hang around with the people who are mentally and emotionally negative and down, and we're trying to pull them up, and what ends up happening is they pull us down. It's not that you should shun those people. It's not that you should regard them as bad. It's not elitism. It's not to think you're better than they are. You're not. But here's the principle of nature. I want you to imagine you have a brown paper bag and you put 5 wonderful oranges in it. And to make the half dozen, you put a rotten, gray, brown, pucky, soft orange in it. So you have 6. 5 of them are perfectly fine, ready to be eaten and fulfill their life's mission of great juice. And you have one that's rotten with worms in it. And you tie that bag and put it aside for a week. Come back, open the bag, and you tell me what will happen. Listen to this carefully now. Will the 5 of them, because of their democratic majority, overcome the characteristics of the one and make it whole? Or will the minority of the one infest and contaminate the 5? We don't need an answer to that question. The way nature works is that innocence and goodness are a precious thing, and it just takes a small hole to pierce through a balloon, and all of those mixed up metaphors. Nature says, if you want to be great, you surround yourselves with people who also want to be great, who already see themselves as great. Because as soon as you begin to surround yourself with people who are negative, who are cursing the darkness, who are lying and cheating and stealing, they have greater power to infect you than you to cure them. It's just the way it works. It's not a democratic thing of saying you're the majority or your spirit is greater. You're a perfectly good balloon and you're buoyant and you're flowing through the air. It takes just a small hole from a pin to puncture you and have you lose your composure and explode. Your future of hope and ambition and achievement and fulfillment in life purpose, all of it depends on the extent to which you surround yourself with people who have an interest in seeing you grow, who believe in something wonderful, because it only takes you hanging out for a long time with one person, and that person can puncture your dreams. Choose your circles widely. And oh, by the way, sometimes it's really practical. Sometimes the one with the pin, sometimes the one that's rotten emotionally and spiritually, lies in a bed next to you, sits at a desk next to you. It doesn't mean you're going to divorce or quit the job. It means that you don't share your secret thoughts with those person. You don't share your dreams with that person. You have to go away somewhere, distance yourself, so that sometimes you can develop and come back and then with power help the person. So it's very practical, but surround yourself, your emotional being, with others who are on a higher plane, not the ones who are willing to puncture you.
That's an absolutely powerful way for us to close out this month's topic, extracting our greatness. And one of the most important things that we can do for ourselves is surrounding ourselves with the right people, the right support network.